Most nonprofits sell a cause with the promise of an impact, but that impact is never reported. It's never measured. And those nonprofits, by and large, almost all that I know, are not sustainable. If you stop giving, they'll shut down. That's not very comforting. So I took all that I've learned and developed a system called RISE, RISE. So when you're looking at a product or a project or a program, ask yourself, does it have the R in it? Is it repeatable? Or is it a one-trick pony? Because if it's repeatable, it can be scaled. It can be scaled within the organization and it can be scaled across the world. Because we need best practices to be replicated with adjustments, of course. The I in the RISE model stands for impact. That's where I think the secret sauce lies. It is tough to calculate impact. That's why nobody does it. It also exposes the weaknesses in the promise of change, because impact is hard to calculate, but is a must. So when you support something, ask the impact statement from previous donations, contributions that the organization has been able to do. They will have an annual report, beautiful pictures and graphs and charts. Where's the impact? And then verify that impact if you can. Just like you invest in a mutual fund, you look at the performance of the fund manager to make sure before you buy one. It's available to you. Impact is the cornerstone of change. Without that, you're just throwing money into feel-good box called I am doing something good. S stands for sustainability. It is so close to my heart because as a business person, I cannot run a business in negative. It has to have a positive cash flow. Sustainability means that this is a business also and must show you how they're going to be sustainable in the next 3 or 5 years. So if you stop giving, or one stops giving, that organization will still be around. So you know it's repeatable. You know the impact is measurable. You know they have a very good sustainability program, whether it be endowment, whether it's products that they sell, whether it's other ways of having a revenue stream. They should act like a business. Last E, empathy. What's the point of doing all of this if it doesn't really make this world a better place? So you make sure that when you invest in a product or in a company or in stock, you're investing in an ethical company that is empathic to its people and to the planet at large. Now you've got a dynamite system of impact which is sustainable and is repeatable. The RISE model is something that I will put together in a spreadsheet, in a worksheet that you can download, and you can then plug in the causes that you've been supporting, and you have all the right as an investor. Again, I've used the word investor, not donor. Ask as an investor does for the impact statement, for the sustainability, the repeatability of their program and their growth.
When we talk about RISE, work that is repeatable, impact measurable, sustainable, and empathy-centric, several organizations already show us the way. For example, in a social enterprise, BRAC in Bangladesh grew into the world's largest NGO by building social enterprises that generate revenue and subsidize its poverty programs. Their scale is powered by sustainability, not dependency. Again, creating employment for the senior citizens, a Barefoot College in India as well as in Africa trains rural women, often grandmothers, to become solar engineers who electrify their own villages and others. It is community-owned, low-cost, and globally replicable. Aravind Eye Care in Health performs millions of cataract surgeries through a cross-subsidy system where paying patients finance free care for the poor. Excellence makes the model sustainable. And in agriculture, One Acre Fund in East Africa supports small holder of farms with seeds, tools, and training using a revolving loan model where farmers repay after harvest. Repayments fund the next cycle, creating a self-sustaining agriculture engine that lifts the entire community. And again, in the environmental protection, the ocean cleanup. The ocean cleanup began with a teenager spark and is moving towards long-term viability by turning recovered ocean plastic into products. converting waste into revenue. And of course, in education, Khan Academy shows a different pathway. Even a 50 cents to a dollar fee per active learner at global scale could make the platform fully self-sustaining while keeping access universally affordable. And of course, last but not least, our very own Akhuwat, our own RISE example. A system where borrowers become donors, where partnership loans are built on fairness instead of interest, and where Awake, the education program, is endowment funded so operating costs never burden the mission. Invest in one interest-free loan for an able and capable individual and you lift an entire family. Invest to educate one student through Akhuwat and you ignite a chain reaction where today's beneficiaries become tomorrow's benefactors.